Okay, round one, I'm playing against Real Big Fish, a band I got to see live many, many years ago. And they were awesome. Two lands. Well, we have the Titans presence with some big fat fatties. I think we'll keep this. We need to draw lands, but that's why we're playing 18. Plus, we have both colors. We have clutch, maybe. Like I said, one land we get to Titans presence. I think we keep. We do need to draw lands, but I'm going to hope we can draw lands. Or more 3-drops. Mostly lands, though. I guess I don't even need to crack the Evolving Wilds right away, do I? Up our chances of... Although, I guess if I draw Culling Drone... Well, if I draw Culling Drone, I am going to want to play it right away. Whatever. I guess we'll crack it. It does decrease the chance of drawing a land slightly. I don't know the exact percentage chance, but it's only slightly. Yeah, we did get the Culling Drone. Turn late, but, well, even if I'd played it on turn, he still would have been able to do Tide Drifter, I guess. Alright, so, guess we gotta draw lands here. Did find our third land. Do I want to bust Titan's presence? I kind of don't. I don't need to ingest. It does feed processor, but the reason to not bust Titan's presence is I want to deal with an actual threat. I don't want to deal with a 0/5 so I can get in for 2 damage and ingest. Like, it just is going to be to our benefit to draw this game out. Yeah, so now we can go drone and pass. We're just going to play it patient. Okay, blue-red. Well, looks like Grixis Devoid if he's playing Blighted Fin. It must be an interesting mana base if he's fitting Blighted Fin into his 3-color deck. Rush of Ice. Okay. So I can blow up his Cascade, and that lowers his land count as well. But now I can play Deathless Behemoth, which might just be better. I think we'll do that. Could also just play Oracle of Dust here. But making him deal with Deathless Behemoth, I think, seems better. And if he has, say, a Clutch of Currents and puts it on the Cascade, we can Titan's Presence and take care of that problem. Nip it right in the bud. Could actually Clutch of Currents it. Yeah, I guess that just gives him a Cascade back. That's probably fine. Okay, well, Herald cannot stop Deathless Behemoth, so that is good news for us. I'm really happy to see all these lands. Gotta admit. So I can kill his... I feel like saving Titan's Presence is still perfectly fine. Let's just get in with Deathless Behemoth. See what he does. Alright. Well, let's drop an Oracle of Dust then. And pass. So now we can Titan's Presence and feed our Oracle of Dust, which is nice too. It's either get a loot or gain 5 life. Currently a loot sounds more desirable, but I guess we still do want to draw land to play our Rune Processor. So, Touch of the Void is my guess, so I think we're just gonna block with Oracle and Culling Drone. I don't think Culling Drone is getting in anytime soon anyway, so this seems fine. Could have done the Incubator Drone too, I guess. So I think it's Touch of the Void. It seems like a likely candidate, but now I guess he can't do that. Well, it only took 1 damage though, so that's not going to do it either. Looks like he screwed that one up. Alright, angry concession from our opponent there. So, playing against, I have to presume still a Grixis Devoid deck. I mean, we don't have much in the sideboard department, do we? I guess not. Dutiful Return's not going to work against Touch of the Void. Boiling Earth doesn't appear to deal with a lot of things. I think we'll stick with what we've got and try this again. This hand is quite good. Alright, I guess we'll open it up with Evolving Wilds. Find our second black mana. So, turn progression right now, as of now, is Ruination Guide into Incubator Drone. Most likely. Bane of Bala Ged is not a horrible draw, actually. It is one of our big threats. So let's see if this gets Touched of the Voided. Which seems like a strong possibility. Oh, Kozilek Sentinel, you say. Alright, I could leave up Spell Shrivel. There's really not any tricks I could have that would stop Kozilek Sentinel. So I think we're just going to play Incubator Drone and pass. Just puts out a couple threats onto the board. Also ramps us. So we can play a turn 6 Bane of Bala Ged, which is quite good. Definitely. So we can leave up Spell Shrivel next turn. Certainly not in a rush to play the Merc Strider. He's got to pretty much play something here, or else we get in with Ruination Guide and Incubator Drone. So he definitely has to play something. Doesn't have to, but if he has something, he's highly motivated to play it. Okay. Opponent plays Culling Drone, which gives them a good block for Ruination Guide now. So looks like we're just going to play a land. Oh, that's interesting. Now I can go Silent Skimmer. I think we'll do that. I don't need to leave up Spell Shrivel. I guess I can leave up Spell Shrivel. I'm trying to think what that does. Because next turn I'm for sure playing Bane of Bala Ged. Spell Shrivel certainly gets worse. If I play a Silent Skimmer, it puts a threat in the air that he has to deal with, though. But it also allows him to play a 6-drop. Guess we'll play Skimmer. I mean, just leaving up Spell Shrivel is good, but I guess I'll just be willing to play it a couple turns down the road. I'd rather just put a big threat out there. It breaks the board state up. It basically puts us ahead on board, and that's just good. You really can't argue with that. It either forces our opponent to play a bigger threat we need to deal with, and we're following up, remember, with a 7-5, which is going to be really good. So, I mean, there's an argument to me made either way. A little lightning bolt in the air each turn is really nothing to scoff at, though. Hedron Blade, well, I guess that is decent. He can put it on a culling drone, though, and then I can just trade my incubator drone for it, which I'm fine with doing. I think it's worth... Basically, I think it's worth turning off his culling drone for that. No plays. All right. No land, either. Adverse conditions. Do I want to Spell Shrivel that? I kind of don't. I kind of just want to play a Bane of Bala Ged now. It can get Demon's Grasped. If I Spell Shrivel it, I can do Murkstrider, though, because it'll exile. But then I can't counter on my opponent's turn, either. It's interesting. I think we're just going to let adverse conditions happen. Gives him a little bit of a ramp boost, too, but we're just going to play our Bane of Bala Ged. We're going to make him deal with our 7-drop here. I mean, he used Adverse. He's down a Skyline Cascade. He very easily could have Demon's Grasp, but he's got to play that now. Touch of the Void's not going to do it. Despoiler, he is not at full value on that. That's okay. It was a very good top deck, so let's go. I don't get the full value, but I am not one to complain about that. I wouldn't even want to if I could, because now I can just leave up Spell Shrivel, which puts my opponent in a pretty awful spot. So now we go Bane. He can't even double block and do anything about it. If I were him, I might lose the Hedron Blade. Yeah. All right. I think he's likely dead because I could have played Skyline Cascade there. It's completely unnecessary, though. I guess I could have just played it. Do you have to? Yeah, I could have just targeted one of his untapped guys. It doesn't matter. All right. Concession again. All right. Well, timely Ruinous Path after an unanswered Bane of Bala Ged in game 2, winning us it, and an angry concession in game 1, which won us it. So very nice round 1. Let's see if we can continue this in round 2.